Step 1. You need some sort of smooth surface. I'm using a cookie sheet just because I'm probably going to have to move around, but you can use any sort of table or countertop or anything you have. Doesn't matter, we're not going to get too messy. Now we're just going to take some liquid latex on any sort of brush you have, and we're just going to start painting it on in some sort of rectangular shape. It does not have to be perfect. You're just going to apply it in a very thin coat. Obviously, if you're on a countertop, you can make yours much longer than mine is. It'll make your intestine much longer, which will make it very much more realistic as well. You can also make it much thicker. You'll see the second one I'm putting on is a little bit thicker than the first. The thicker you make it, the fatter it'll be, and the longer you make it, the longer it'll be, so you can have any sort of length or thickness you like. Then you're just going to want to let that first coat dry. It's probably going to take a while, so you might want to use a hairdryer fan. When you're done, it should look like this. Now you're just going to take some more liquid latex and apply it directly over where you did the first time in another very thin coat, and you're going to let that layer dry as well. You're going to repeat that process until you've built up at least 4 coats. I wouldn't go too much thicker than that, too much thinner, depending on what kind of latex you have. But for me, 4 coats usually works very nicely. After you've applied those 4 or so coats and let it dry, it should look a little something like this. Now, to start with the feeling, you want to take any sort of cling or whatever this stuff is called, this clear wrappy stuff, and you just want to pull it out and try to pull it out without messing up. And you're just gonna break off however much you need, at least the length of your intestines, and then you're just gonna crinkle it all together into this cylindrical, tentacle-like thing right here. And this is going to be the center of our intestine. Now, before we put it on there, you're going to take your fingers and start to peel up one side of the little latex square you have. It's going to be very sticky, but we want it to be sticky, so just be careful when pulling it up that it doesn't all bunch up and get ruined. You're just going to peel it up just so the edge isn't still stuck to whatever surface it is that you used. And then once you're done with that, you can add just a little bit of latex right here along the edge of the edge that you just pulled up. Not too much, just a little thin coat. This is just going to help the little tentacle we made stick a little better. Now just take your little cling wrap tentacle thing, and we're going to stick it right there on the edge on top of that latex that we just applied. Then we're going to start pulling that little edge, just peel it up a little more and start pulling it up over your little tentacle thingy thing. And then at this point, if you would like, this part is not mandatory, I usually don't do this, but you can sometimes if you're making a lot of tentacles, just to break them up so they're not all the same color. You can take a little bit of fake blood and paint it on the inside of the latex. This will just give it a more red feel rather than yellow if you do not do this. And once you have applied your blood, if you choose to, you're going to go back again and start peeling the latex off the thing and wrapping it around your little cling wrap tentacle. You're just going to keep pulling and rolling, and it should stick together since it's all nice and sticky. You're just going to roll and roll and roll. You're going to pull it straight up off, and it should all be stuck together. And now you have yourself a little fake intestine that you just ripped out of someone's body. You can, like I said, you can do it with some blood like this, or you don't have to. Here's one that I did not put any blood inside of. And here's one that I made a little bit thicker, same length though. You can make as many as you want. Get yourself a whole big bucket, because people have long intestines. Now you want to just take any sort of fake blood you have. I made this myself out of some corn syrup and food coloring. You're just going to pour it in a little container with your fake intestines, and then you put the lid on and you just shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, pretend it's a shake weight, and then you might realize that you were not using an airtight container and the blood just splattered everywhere, so you take a little break to clean it up. And then after that, you have yourself some very nice bloody intestines that you just ripped out of someone's body. Nice and delicious. Now you're ready to go hack out somebody's yummy intestines. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure you like it and comment and subscribe. It is the last video in my short little tutorial series about this sad little girl being hacked up in my garage. Make sure you go and watch all the other videos that I have. And next week I will be posting another one, which may be just a little bit more comical than these. Alright guys, thank you. I will see you next week.